graduation from LearningRx. We are so delighted. He has done a terrific job. We're videoing you, Ben, okay? We'll show it to you when we're through. But he has done a wonderful job in his training.
Ben was actually having some issues, some learning issues and some behavior problems in school that had started at the beginning of the school year.
I didn't get to say something.
And he, we had tried different things to see what we could do to help him to stay more on, focus, more on task, so that he's able to keep his schoolwork, keep it done, keep it up to date, and also to help with some of the behavior problem issues. Well, by February, we were talking about having to hold him back in kindergarten. And, we had tried a few other different things that wasn't working out. And by April, I was like, okay, something's got to be done. That I, felt like he was, falling further behind. I came across your website and had put in the information, and then I think the next day you had given me a call, and we had talked a little bit about Ben's needs, and you had talked about the program. Pretty soon after that, we had set Ben up for an assessment. He came in for an assessment, and we saw where his weaknesses lie. And then Jordan became his trainer, and I told Paul this, and Paul agrees with me too. If I could adopt Jordan, I would. But he's really helped Ben out. Last year we struggled with homework. They said if it takes longer than 10 minutes, they really need to be looked at. And they give homework for the whole week. And even just, we would break it down. They'd have it like about 3 or 4 different, lesson plans, pieces of homework, and each one shouldn't really take longer than 10 minutes, but we were really working, what would you say, Paul, about 30, 45 minutes, at least an hour, or something like that. And now, of course, we did repeat kindergarten, but now we get a whole week's worth of homework done in probably about 10 or 15 minutes. So
great.
So he has really improved, and the behavior has improved as well too. He gets awarded with a sucker or a piece of candy or something if he's doing really well. So
just here. Number one, longer attention span. This is good. We started a while back, and it was pretty tough to keep him on task with anything for more than a very short time. But by the end, we were able to do things for a bit longer and to keep at it. He increased in his tenacity, his perseverance. Even when it got tough, and it did get tough sometimes, we still worked at it, and he was still good with that. And he got quicker with processing and retaining of information. His memory recall got better, and he stayed on beat easily. Now this was a really big struggle when we started, and we probably spent about a month just working on clapping on beat, and then we got into more complex clap, stomp, clap, stop, and that's how we went. But by the end of that, we finished that exercise, and he could do everything on beat. Beat was no longer an issue. We did not struggle with beat. It was just implied, and we didn't have to talk about it anymore. It was just there. Okay, so he was hearing, he was processing, he knew exactly what to do. It was great. Also, of course, in our center, people walk around, and Ben would be able to focus on me and what we're doing without being distracted by everything else that's going on around. That was and also when he started, he wasn't the most willing shall we say, student at first. But afterwards, after we sort of got into the swing of things, got the flavor for what we're doing, he'd just come right in after his little nap and put his stuff down, and we got into a routine, and it worked. Seeing lots of improvements in Ben and his abilities, recall, speed, memory, everything. It's really been good. I'm very pleased.
You did a lot of attention arrows, didn't you?
Yep.
Yes, you did.
It goes this way, you can everything. You go down, up, or this way, or this way.
And you got good at that. Well, I hear that this year you have to learn 100 sight words for reading. And you already know 60?
I think 60 already.
60 plus.
60
That's
plus.
actually the best number.
Was it easier to learn these words after you've been to LearningRx?
Yes.
Great. Do you know? Somebody who is very important to this training is Granddad. Granddad was very faithful every day to bring Ben to training. And I would like to ask Granddad if he thinks it was worth it.
It was every bit of it. It's really worth it. And I was glad to get this, you know.
Good. You got a good granddad there, don't you, Ben? You wanna give him a hug for bringing you?